Assuming we survive. Adrian, Phil.
Knuckles.
There it is.
Did I miss Knuckles?
Knuckle it up.
No, you're right there. How you guys doing?
We're doing wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm amazing. Thank you.
Yes.
So, around the world in 30 days, or how'd it go?
Oh man, that was nuts. It was one of the best times of our lives.
The tour was incredible. It was the best time of our lives. All the bands were amazing. The shows were amazing. The kids were amazing. The crowds were off the hook. We broed out with Falling, Attila, Metro Station, Atreyu, Mashes to do all the guys we got.
Yeah, it was one big
got along with really
cool.
well.
It was one big family tour.
Especially on the Supervillains.
The Supervillains tour, I mean, by far, it was like the most insane, fun. Like, it was crazy, and all the bands on that tour were just. It's crazy. For us being an unsigned band, it's just such a small fish in a big pond. To get on a tour like that, I mean, obviously we're very nervous, you know, not nervous to play or anything like that, but just like the reaction with the other bands. Because we're a pop punk band, and you have bands like Attila, they're very heavy. And then you have Falling Versa, like heavy and poppy, and then you have Metro Station, very pop. And so we were just very nervous to see how like all the bands would react to each other, and it was one big family event. It was super cool. We made lifetime friends on that tour.
Definitely, I completely agree.
It was so much fun.
And they really all took us in with open arms and
gave us a ton of
kind of taught us what it's like to be a touring band at that level. And like, obviously they're a lot bigger than we are, but they were really nice to us. Like they took the time to show us love, and big shout out to Ron Kimball.
Oh yeah.
Falling Versus sound guy, who took us under his wing and ended up running sound for us for pretty much all the Supervillains tour. Thank you, Ron.
Yeah, he made us sound amazing. I love that guy.
Yeah, Ron's legit, so thank you, Ron. You saved us.
From the first day of the tour to the last day of the tour, what was the difference?
I'd say energy. No, not energy. Not energy. Just like your body definitely at the end of the tour. Like your body knows it's ready to go home.
We had never toured that long before, so being on the road for 7 weeks, almost 2 months basically. I think we started out, like Adrian said, a little nervous in the beginning, and then we kind of caught our stride. Like second week into the tour, we kind of got a really good routine going down. We were feeling pretty tight with our set because we were going to play, our same 6-song set every night. So I'd say by the second week we were in the zone, if you will, and then by the end, we were tired. It's tiring. Like it's the best time of your life, but sleep does not exist on tour. I mean, not for us. We're in a band, so, or even, and the guys like to hang out at night, so you don't really sleep at all.
So I was gonna ask you, Phil, like, did you ever get any sleep? Like, or was
I mean, you would get like, a few hours a night or whatever, 4 hours. I mean, once in a while we would treat ourselves to a nice bougie hotel room.
Yeah.
With champagne and pillows.
Like, Falling in Verse and Attila, they had us on their buses a few nights. Like,
that was
we rotate
cool.
out, which was really rad. One lesson I would tell anybody that tours with Attila: if you're gonna crash on their bus, be prepared for a late night.
Yeah.
And maybe a liver transplant at the end of the night.
No, I would say be more prepared just to sit back and relax and read a nice book.
Yeah, right. Light some candles.
Maybe watch a movie.
Listen to some Enya.
All I'm saying is it's very mellow with Attila.
Super mellow.
Super. Those guys, I don't know why they call them party metal. I don't get it.
Yeah, no, they're the chillest, most relaxed.
I mean, we just played Scrabble every night.
So let's talk about Riverside. How was that, playing this big tour, hometown show? What was going through emotions?
We just wanted to make everybody proud, I think, right?
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
I feel like for us, it's like being on a tour that big and being local boys, and we're still local boys, it was a very proud moment for us, and we wanted to make everybody proud. We wanted to show them that we're representing our scene the best that we could, and it's just every night on tour is always so humbling. Every night we get to play a show is very humbling. I mean, the fact that there's a line right now, that's very humbling, and just for our local hometown show, playing the Riverside Municipal Auditorium, it's just really cool to see everybody come out. And we actually had a bunch of people come out from LA, from all over the place, which is really, really rad to have that kind of support. Right. And actually a lot of the bands that are playing tonight and a lot of our local scene bands, they all came out to support, and just to see them out there supporting us was just huge. Very humbling and very rewarding.
It was like Adrian said, touched on it, like it was a huge opportunity for us to be on that tour, and we got very lucky to be a part of it. So we definitely, we wanted to represent for hometown, for everyone that we've grown up playing music with, from the IE and Orange County, and just all the bands that we wanted to hold it down for everyone, just show that our local scene has some good bands. So hopefully hopefully we cause some exposure for that. Hopefully, you know. So.
You know, there's so many good bands in our scene. I mean, you guys have covered a lot of them.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And
Exactly.
like, you know, tonight we're playing with our boys in Urgency and Dose. You know, and it's such a pleasure to have those boys on a show with us. You know, like we love playing with them. And secondly, they're the criteria of what you should do. We were talking about it today. It's like once you start a band, you never really clock out. It's not like a regular job. Once you're clocked in. And these two bands, out of a lot of bands in our area, you know, they work their butts off. They're out there constantly promoting, being humble, you know, and helping out their scene. And that's the biggest, most important thing you can do, like being in a band, is like helping out your scene and taking care of each other, because that's what makes the scene strong. That's, you know, that's what gives us the opportunity to do the things that we're doing, is because of those things, you know.
Right.
So what's
awesome.
What's next for you guys? Like,
our quote unquote our new record's done being tracked. It's in the final stages of mixing and mastering. We don't have a release date for it yet. It's tentative, so we can't say, oh, it's going to be out next month or tomorrow. You know, we don't know yet. So, and then we have a tour coming up in March.
Yep. We have some shows coming, like 2 off shows.
Yep.
Too.
Yep.
Which actually we can announce it now because this show is here.
Right.
We're playing with Matchbook Romance.
Right.
We're playing at the Glass
Stoked
House
on
and then the Roxy, I believe.
Yep.
So 2 shows with the boys in Matchbook Romance. We're so pumped for that. It's gonna be awesome. And then March, we have a 3-week tour. And part of that tour, we're playing South by So What, which we're really stoked. On Sunday, I think it's the 21st or 22nd. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But we get to play with Under Oath and like all kinds of bands that we look up to. So,
Under Oath.
you know.
enough said.
Want to say anything else? No.
So March is going to be pretty awesome. I mean, the year to begin with has been amazing. I mean, kicking off the first show of the year tonight here at Chain Reaction with all our homies playing. You know, we have Vampires Everywhere. Michael's amazing dude. The band is an amazing band. Our buddies in Exo Stereo. You know, Dose and Emergency. It's going to be a fun night, and this is just kicking off the year. Tonight is kicking off the year.
Yeah.
So the year's going to look good, and it's not only going to look good for us, but for a lot of our local bands. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on for everyone, which is a great and exciting thing. So make sure you're checking out your scene, because the scene is bumping right now.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know, but yeah, this year's going to be pretty awesome for the band. There's a lot of stuff we can't announce yet. You'll find out for sure, and we're super excited.
We want to say it, but we'll be assassinated.
Yeah.
You ever see the red dot in the
We
movie?
don't want that.
Oh, is it on me right now?
Nope. I got you.
There's no spot
No,
seat
no,
coming
no.
out.
I'm gonna finish the interview like this just in case.
So, final question for you guys. Do you just have just a story from, you know, on the road with those guys? I mean,
Okay,
anything?
you pick a story and I'll pick a story.
Okay, so we were in Portland, Oregon, and the guys in Falling, Ronnie and Derek and Ryan, Zach, all the guys basically, thought it'd be really funny to pull all the furniture out of all the green rooms backstage and stack it in the middle of the, like, I guess it would have been the designated hangout room. So imagine a big hangout room, bunch of green rooms where all the bands are in. They literally pulled all the furniture out and stacked it. I mean, there was literally a table with a refrigerator on top of it, with the door open, with an ironing board, and then a like wardrobe rack stacked into that. I mean, I can't really visualize it, but just imagine the most dangerous.
Five green rooms.
Imagine
full
an
of
hour and a half.
Stuff.
An hour and a half of stacking furniture and random stuff on top of each other to the point where it's almost dangerous. Like, you hope it doesn't collapse over and crush somebody walking by it. But Ronnie and I thought it was really funny because it really was an epic piece of art by the end. So that was really fun. That was really fun. Yeah. I got one more. Okay, one more real quick. So one night I got challenged by Ronnie Radke to actually, myself and Kaylin, bass player for Attila, we ate a habanero pepper and then we chased it with ghost pepper extract sauce.
Oh my
So you can imagine that went awesome.
How was your story after that?
Dude, you don't want to know. But literally, it was so hot that I had fluids pouring out of everything. I think even my ears were draining, which is gross, but you can deal with it. And where were we at? We were in Pittsburgh. I thought the cold air would alleviate the burn, the pain that was in my mouth. So I was just taking in deep breaths, and me and Kaylin were just like, just crying. And Ronnie, of course, thought that was funny because we were suffering, and he got a good laugh out of that. So that was fun, though.
I think my favorite memory, I mean, there's a lot of memories, but we were playing Corpus Christi, and behind the venue, probably like a half a mile away from the venue, there was an abandoned haunted theme park with different haunted houses and stuff.
tight.
It was really cool.
Creepy, but
so we
cool.
decided
Wow.
at like 2 in the morning, at 1 in the morning, we were gonna go walk these haunted houses with nothing but our iPhone lights and stuff. So a group of us go, and we're walking around, and we're checking everything out. We're actually taking photos in the haunted house and stuff. And me and Kaylin actually, we were walking up in the front. We were like, we haven't seen Chris from Attila and Mason from Metro Station in a very long time. We're like, dude, we know they're gonna sneak up and try to scare us. Literally, as I said that, Kaylin goes, did you hear that? I was like, dude, you're tripping. I didn't hear anything. And as we come around the corner, here come the two dudes, like, try to scare us. They didn't scare us. Well, they got Kaylin a little bit. So anyways, so now the group is bigger, and we're going through these haunted houses and stuff. And the very last haunted house was like an Aztec death chamber thing. And me, Chris from Attila, and our photographer Jen, we decided we're gonna run in front of the group and hide and try to scare them. So we haul ass and we're running and we find this little like hiding spot, we hide in it and we're like waiting for them to walk through, waiting and waiting and waiting. Next thing I know, it's like 15 minutes go by. They haven't passed. We're like, all right, I think I hear them. I think I hear something. Nothing. 30 minutes goes by and we're finally like, what's going on? So we start creeping, we get out of our hiding hole, we start creeping. They literally, like we literally walked the whole entire park again. They were nowhere to be, they literally ditched us. So we're sitting in this little room, actually we were drinking Fireball too, we had a little flask. We're drinking Fireball in this hole, so by the time we were hammered, and we're walking the park all hammered trying to find everybody. They had literally ditched us. So we look at the time, it's like 2 o'clock, and we're like, bus call, oh shit. So we literally ran all the way back to the buses, and as we got there, the buses were literally backing out. And we finally made it back, but that was like one of the funnest nights, dude. Like,
that was the same night that Ronnie killed the power to the entire venue. Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
Crispy.
Crispy.
Corpus Christi. Yeah, he grabbed the giant power handle that
there was
literally,
two of them. There was
two, so he pulled one and nothing happened. And then he pulled a bigger one, and then I swear it shut down the entire facility.
The whole
venue, everything, and of course everyone freaked out, but we got a good laugh out of it.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
Yeah.
And at one point, you guys were Ninja Turtles?
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Like when you turn Ronnie Radke, you got to be on your toes because you never know what he's gonna put out, like what he's gonna want to do at any given point.
He's a lot of fun to be on tour with because he likes to do
awesome.
fun.
He's very
cool
spontaneous,
stuff.
and he's just So he had us dressed up as the Ninja Turtles and the Foot Clan and have an epic battle in in front of all the fans and stuff. And
well, it was kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
Because at first we went to the local pizza parlor. We were in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So the Ninja Turtles, Shredder, Splinter, and then 10 dudes dressed as Foot Clan.
But we look like ISIS.
But what does that look like? ISIS.
And this is after the Paris attacks, which was shitty. So
it was a bad move.
Falling in reverse, they're all dressed up as the Turtles and Shredder. They go into the pizza shop because Ninja Turtles pizza, obviously. And we were supposed to follow in and run in and then have an epic fight in the pizza joint. We thought this was a great idea. By
ISIS
the way.
ran in.
And so we come storming in like 12 dudes in full like ninja
Foot Clan.
And we run in there and we're like, ah! And everybody as soon as we did that, everybody, like, we all realized what we looked like and what was going on.
Well, dude, it hit me because this is 100% true. So we ran in, there's a dad, a big, like, buff dad. He had his little daughter sitting in the booth. And this is when I realized, oh my God, they think we're terrorists. Because we ran in screaming, and I'm not making this up. The dad jumped over his daughter and covered her as a human shield. And I was like, oh my God, they think we're ISIS.
So we turned around and like, as I'm running out, there's another family at the very end. And I was like, I'm sorry, we're Ninja Turtles and the Foot Clan. Ran out, but yeah.
Oh, and the guy who owned the pizza parlor was like, stop, or I will call the police immediately. Which we thought was great, because like, what's he gonna do? He called 911 and be like, ring, 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 911, you're not gonna believe this. But the Ninja Turtles just ran in, followed by ISIS. He had to be there. It was amazing.
Oh man.
We made we scared a lot of people that day, but it was cool. It was worth it.
There it is, guys. Thank you guys so much for being on Hype Nation. Assuming we survive, catch them out on the road in March.
Bye guys.
Peace.